Alright, so for the zone control modules installation, I'm going to start out just by showing you, reviewing the basic setup of a regular system without zone control installed. So we've got 4-light system here, got the controller in my hand, and these are the driver packs, and you see they daisy chain together here down the row, and then the last one is not used. And then there's one cable that goes to each light, and then the first connector here goes to the controller, and then you flip that on. You still you control it as normal. Got dimming and all that there. That's just a basic efficiency install right there without any zone control installed. Alright, so now this is one of our zone control modules here. This is the wired switch version, and then that comes with a breakout box with 4 switches on it, and that will actuate turn on or off either of the 4 zones. And then so you've got number 1, 2, 3, and 4. These will be where you input your zones. And then you've got on the other side, you've got 2 connectors. One connector is for the controller, so you still use the regular controller. That connects to this instead of the first driver pack. And then the other cable is for the breakout box. So we've got that cable here, and this to be mounted remotely or wherever you'd like it to be mounted. And now I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to turn the system off, and then actually unplug power. Turn the power off on the system when you're hooking this up. So then instead of daisy chaining together, I'm going to set each of these 4 lights up into its own zone. So this can be, each zone can be as many lights as you want to have in each zone. So if you want to have all 4 lights in one zone, you can just hook the zone control module up to the first driver pack where the controller is hooked up, and then all of them would be controlled, and then you leave them daisy chained together like this, and they'll all be controlled by the zone 1. But the way I'm going to hook it up right now is so that each light has its own zone. So disconnect the daisy chain cables there, and what I'll do, and also the controller. So then I want zone 1 to be this light. I connect it to that right there. I want zone 2 to be the next light, and then I connect that there. And then zone 3 will be the next one. And zone 4 will be the last one. And then I've got these connectors here are not connected to the driver pack next to it anymore. So then I've got all 4 of those hooked up like that. The light cables are still not disturbed. They're the same way. They stay the same no matter what. So now what I do is I take the control cable, and we unplugged it from the first driver pack. Now we plug it into the zone control like that. And then for the breakout box, you've got another cable here that will connect to this there. And then the other end goes to the actual breakout box. So once you have everything, the hardware set up the way you want it, your zones are set up how you'd like, then you can power the system back on to check it. So that's what I do now. Plug things in. So first thing you're going to notice is the switch box will light up. but nothing will be on because this controller still operates all the lights that are still currently on in the system that are still on with your zone control. So we'll turn the system on and then we'll dim them up a little bit just to get some light. Dim them up a little bit. Still got color change in all of your vital controls at this controller here. But if you want to turn off a certain zone, you've got the ability to do that right here. But you can see you've still got the controller is on, but none of the lights are. So it'll all still operate the same with any lights that are still on in the system. The controller still operates that light or lights that are on. And then if you want to turn another zone on, that zone will turn on and it will have the presets that you have set on your controller. So it doesn't matter. You can actually have all the lights off, change the color, and then you turn it back on, it'll actually be that color. So that's how the wired zone control works with the 4-switch breakout box. So now I'm going to show you our other zone control module option, and that's pretty similar. Still got your 4 zones here, except they're labeled A, B, C, and D. And you can see right away there's only one pigtail that comes out here, and the other one's not there because this one actually uses a wireless fob that you can use anywhere. You can kind of attach it to a lanyard or something and have it on you somewhere. And anytime you need to turn a zone on or off, you can just press one of the buttons on there. So I'll show you how that hooks up. I have it disconnected right now. So basically you have zone, whatever you want button A to be, you connect that cable to that driver pack, and then zone A will control all the ones daisy chained together from that pack on. And then so right now we're going to set this up with each light being its own zone. So this will be A, this will be C, B, this will be C, this will be D. So now I'm going to hook up zone B, and that connects just like this. Now we'll do zone C, and that connects just like this. Everything is male, female, and keyed, so it's virtually impossible to hook up the wrong way. But now that's how I have the module hooked up. Each light has got its own zone now. And then we do like before, controller hooks to the end of this now. And that's it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn power on. And what you got here now is the system is on standby, ready to be turned on. I'll flip the controller on, and I put it in the middle color there. We got dimming here, so you got now when we want to turn the lights on, you press your key fob here to turn them on or off. So whatever you have your controller set to, it's not related to this. All this does is turn off or on certain lights. So here you can see it, whether I push A, that's light A, this will be B, C, and D. And you can have as many lights on a zone as you'd like. And whatever lights are still on in the system, you still have full control as usual with the original controller. So no matter what you do with the fob, turning whatever lights on or off that you want, it's not related to what you're doing on the controller. So if you have a light that's off and you turn it on, it will automatically go to the preset that your controller is set to. You can actually turn all the lights off and change the color while the controller and lights are while the lights are off, and then when you turn that controller on, they'll be that color. But anyway, that's how you do the wireless fob version, and it comes with 2 of these wireless fobs, and the range is pretty good. You can control them probably about 30 feet away or so. Anyway, so that's how you do that.